We are told that machine learning is a world of complex mathematics, millions of lines of code, and mysterious artificial brains. But that is actually backward. At its core, machine learning is not about math or programming at all. It is about how we acquire experience. It is the science of teaching a machine the same way we teach ourselves, through guidance, exploration, and trial and error. By stripping away the code and the jargon, we can see that the most advanced artificial intelligences on the planet rely on three simple learning styles that you and I use every single day. If you can understand how a child learns to read, how you sort your laundry, or how you train a dog, you can understand the entire foundation of modern AI. In this video, we are going to demystify machine learning from the ground up. We will explore the three primary methods computers use to learn: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. You will discover how these approaches power the technology around you, from the filters protecting your email inbox, to the recommendations on your favorite streaming apps, to the self-driving cars navigating our streets. Understanding this is no longer just for software developers. It is for anyone who wants to navigate a world increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence. Let's look under the hood. To understand machine learning, look at how we used to build software. For decades, if you wanted a computer to do something, you had to write a recipe. This is traditional programming. A developer writes step-by-step instructions, and the computer simply follows them. It behaves like a calculator, fast but completely lacking in initiative. If you miss a single detail, the program fails. But what if the task is too complicated for a recipe, like recognizing a cat? You could write rules for ears or whiskers, but if the cat is sleeping, curled in a ball, or facing away, the rules fail. With machine learning, we feed the computer data and let it figure out the patterns. We show it thousands of cat photos, and it learns to recognize them on its own. This represents a massive leap. Instead of static code that humans must update, the system adapts to new data automatically. Think of traditional programming like baking a cake using a strict recipe. If you follow it, you get a cake. Machine learning is like tasting 100 cakes, writing down what you liked about each one, and figuring out your own unique recipe based on those observations. Traditional programming works well for simple tasks like calculating taxes, but machine learning is necessary for complex tasks like identifying faces in photos or translating speech in real time. The first way a machine learns is supervised learning. Here, we use what is called labeled data. This means that every piece of information we feed into the system is accompanied by an answer key telling the computer exactly what it is. The system looks at these examples, analyzes the common features, and builds a connection that links the input to the target label. Once it learns this connection, we can show it new, unseen data, and it will predict the label. Supervised learning handles two main tasks. First is classification, which means sorting items into categories, like spam or not spam. Second is regression, which means predicting a continuous numerical value, like tomorrow's temperature. In classification, the categories are predefined, while in regression, the output can be any number along a scale. Think of supervised learning like teaching a child to read using flashcards. On the front of the card is a picture of an apple, and on the back is the word apple. The child sees the picture, reads the label, and eventually learns to associate the shape of the fruit with its name. The parent acts as the supervisor, confirming if the child is right or wrong. This is exactly how spam filters work. Millions of emails have been marked as spam or inbox by users. The system looks at these labeled emails, finds the common features, like suspicious links or urgent language, and uses those features to block new spam before you ever see it. The second approach is unsupervised learning, where the computer is given raw data with no labels and no teacher, leaving it to discover hidden patterns entirely on its own. Without an answer key, the computer is handed a giant pile of unlabeled data. Its job is not to predict a specific answer, but to explore the data and find structure. The primary tool here is clustering, which is the process of grouping data points that share similar characteristics. The algorithm analyzes the features of the items and puts similar things together. Crucially, the computer does not understand what these groups mean in a human sense. It only knows that the data points in each group are mathematically similar. A human expert must look at the clusters afterward and assign meaning to them. Another task is association, which means finding hidden relationships between different variables. Imagine you are given a massive box of random books written in a foreign language you do not speak. You cannot read the titles or the content. However, you can still group them. You might group them by the color of the cover, the thickness of the book, or the style of the illustrations. You have successfully sorted the books without knowing what they are about. That is unsupervised learning. Streaming platforms like Netflix use this to group their users. The system looks at viewing habits, which move as you watch, what times you watch, and when you pause. It clusters you with thousands of other users who behave similarly. It then recommends movies that others in your cluster loved, even if you have never searched for those genres before. The third paradigm is reinforcement learning, where a computer learns by interacting with its environment and receiving feedback through rewards and penalties. Unlike the first two methods, reinforcement learning does not start with a static database. Instead, it relies on an agent, which is the decision-making AI, interacting with an environment, which represents the world the agent operates in. The process is a continuous loop. The agent observes the current situation and takes an action. In response, the environment changes and returns a reward signal. The reward is a score that tells the agent how well it did. If the action was good, the reward is positive. If the action was bad, the reward is negative. The agent's sole goal is to maximize the cumulative reward, which is the total score it receives over time. To learn, the agent must balance exploration, trying brand new actions, and exploitation, repeating actions that have worked in the past. If the agent only exploits, it might miss out on a better strategy. If it only explores, it will never build a high score. Think of reinforcement learning like training a dog to fetch. You throw a ball. If the dog runs after it, brings it back, and drops it at your feet, you give it a treat. The treat is a positive reward. If the dog runs away with the ball or chews on it, it gets no treat. The dog does not read a manual. Through trial and error, it learns that returning the ball leads to the treat. This is how computer programs learn to play complex games like chess or Go. The AI plays millions of games against itself. When it wins, it receives a positive reward. When it loses, it receives a negative reward. Over time, it discovers winning strategies that no human player has ever thought of, eventually defeating world champions. To help you visualize how these three styles compare, here is a quick comparison table. Supervised learning uses labeled examples to predict outcomes or labels, which is like studying with a teacher. Unsupervised learning uses unlabeled data to find hidden structures, which is like sorting laundry by type. Reinforcement learning uses trial and error to maximize total reward, which is like training a dog with treats. So there you have it. Machine learning is not a single mystical technology. It is simply a collection of three different learning styles: supervised learning, where the computer learns from labeled examples; unsupervised learning, where it groups items by finding its own patterns; and reinforcement learning, where it masters tasks through trial and error. These three approaches mirror the very ways that we, as humans, learn about the world around us. By understanding these simple principles, you can see past the hype and appreciate how AI systems actually make decisions. The next time you see a self-driving car, a spam folder, or a movie recommendation, you will know exactly what kind of learning made it possible. Thank you for watching and keep exploring.